Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a new lesson, that is matter around us pure? So the first thing which comes in our mind is, what is matter? Anything and everything in universe is matter. Everything around us. Suppose you are sitting on a chair and you are watching TV, or you are seeing your mobile, or you are reading book, you are drinking water. So all these things, your TV, chair, table, book, anything around you is matter. Suppose you are holding some 2-3 books in your hand, and again somebody comes and more 2-3 books are kept on that. So you will feel it very heavy, isn't it? The mass will increase. So we can say that matter has mass. Suppose a book is placed on your study table, or a glass of water is kept on it, or your pen or pencil are kept on the table. So these things are occupying some space on which they are kept. Okay. So we can say, can you define matter? Yes. Anything which occupies space and has mass is matter. So matter is anything which occupies space and has mass is matter. Now we will see what is the meaning of pure. Means some impurities also there. That's why the chapter is matter around us pure. So what is the meaning of pure? How do we judge that any substance which we are using is pure? The milk which we are drinking is pure, the water which we are drinking is pure, any eatable things what we are consuming is pure. You might have noticed that when you go to shop to purchase anything, on the packet, on the cover of the food item, it's written pure milk, pure ghee, and so on, like that. So, and we purchase those things and we bring and we consume it because that is pure for us. For common people like us, purity means anything which have no adulteration. Now what is the meaning of adulteration? Adulteration means any substance when it is added which may result to the loss of the original or the actual quality of the substance is called adulteration. So for us, for common people, anything which have no adulteration is pure for us. But according to science and according to a scientist's perception, purity means something different. Purity, the definition of purity is completely different. Purity, suppose milk. Take an example of milk. We drink, our children, you all drink milk every day, isn't it? We think pure milk is pure, but milk contains milk particles plus water plus protein etc. So here, according to science, according to scientists' perception, milk is a mixture. It's not pure. And anything which is mixture, it's not pure. If we think of a water which we are drinking, every day we are consuming lots and lots of water. Okay? So, again see, water is a mixture of water plus minerals. Means what the water which we are consuming, the water which we are drinking contains minerals in it. But if you think of a pure water, according to a scientist's perception, distilled water is a pure water. Distilled water is a pure water. So we can say now matter is classified into two things. One is pure substance, another is mixture. Now pure substance are categorized into two: elements and compounds. Elements, what are elements? Elements can be classified into metals, non-metals and metalloids. At present there are more than 100 elements. Okay. Out of 100 elements, 92 elements are naturally occurring elements and rest of the elements are man-made. Most of the elements are solid. 11 elements are in gaseous form. Then, so like this, two elements are at room temperature, two elements are in liquid form. Those are mercury and bromine. So these things we will take up next time. Afterwards we will take up this pure substances. What are compounds? Compounds are the mixture of when two elements combine in a definite proportion, that is a compound. So pure substance we will take later on. As we look around us, we see so many things, variety of things which are in mixture form. So today we will take up this part. We will discuss about mixture. So mixture is classified into two types. One is homogeneous mixture, other is heterogeneous mixture. So first we will discuss about homogeneous mixture. What is the meaning of homo? Homo means same, equal. Okay. So in homogeneous mixture we have uniform composition throughout. We have uniform composition throughout. I will give you one example, one experiment we will do that will make you more clear about the homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Next is heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture. In this, they have physically distinct parts plus they are non-uniform composition throughout. One is homogeneous mixture, another is heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture have uniform composition throughout. Heterogeneous mixture, they have physically distinct parts, means you can distinguish the different substances. Next is non-uniform composition throughout. To understand this, just take up one example. I will take 3 beakers. One, 2 and 3. In this beaker, I will put 50 ml of water and I will put copper sulfate. This is hydrated. Hydrated copper sulfate powder I will put In this again 50 ml of water. This one quantity I will take 1 spatula. In this CuSO4, same thing I will take in a powder form, but here I will take suppose 2 to 3 spatula. In this I will take copper sulfate plus potassium permanganate plus NaCl. Means here I am taking, okay, I'll write it down. Copper sulfate plus potassium permanganate plus sodium chloride. Okay, all in powdered form I will take. Powder form or in crystal form, anything. Solid I am taking this. Okay. Here I am taking 50 ml of water. I am dissolving hydrated copper sulfate powder in it. So the color of copper sulfate, hydrated copper sulfate is blue in color. So we will get a blue color solution we will get. Here 1 spatula I have taken. Here 2 to 3 spatula I have taken. Same thing in 50 ml of water. Here all in dried form I have taken solid form. Copper sulfate, potassium permanganate, sodium chloride. Copper sulfate is blue in color, potassium permanganate is purple in color, and sodium chloride, that is NaCl, common salt, that is white in color. So here I have taken. What you will observe, here in both the beaker you will get the solution of copper sulfate solution only, but the intensity of the color will be different because here the composition of copper sulfate powder is more as compared to beaker one. So here we can say that variation of this composition can take place in homogeneous mixture. Okay, so here the solution will be completely, you can't make out the solution. Here in first and second one, uniform composition will be there throughout the solution. Whether if you will take some quantity from here or here, you will get the same thing, equal composition, there will be no difference. Here also no difference, but here in these three are mixed, copper sulfate, potassium permanganate, sodium chloride. So here what you will observe, physically distinct parts you will see and non-uniform composition throughout you will see here. So first and second are the homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture, or homogeneous mixture is also called as solution, and this one is heterogeneous. Hetero means different mixture. So like this. Now we can you think of some other example also for heterogeneous mixture? Yes. Solution of mud solution, if you take mud plus water, if you take, what you will see, if you mix mud in the water, what will happen? After some time the mud will settle down at the bottom and water will be here. So if you will take some quantity of water from here and some quantity from here, the both will not have an equal composition. They will differ. Here water is more and here mud is more. Okay, so like this we can make out which is homogeneous mixture and which is heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture, some examples are salt plus water. When salt is mixed in water, it can be sugar plus water. An And in heterogeneous mixture, you can take example of mud and water, plus you can take example of oil and water also. In water, when you will mix oil and water, what will happen? Here the quantity of oil will be more as compared to at the bottom. So if you take one part from here and one part from the bottom, the composition will be completely different. And you can see a physical distinct part you can see here. So I hope homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture is clear to all of you. Thank you.